Hello traders. So I just finished charting. I usually do it on Monday or Tuesday, usually Mondays if I'm not busy. And we can have a look on Bitcoin now. My videos are not so often at the moment. The reason is very simple. We are working on website, and I'm producing a lot of text for the website, and also I'm replacing older videos because I don't want to start website until I'm really happy with content. So this is my main tasks now, and I can only trade as a day trader. I take few scalps with if I have alerts, but most of the time I'm a day trader for the past week. So yeah, when this is done, I can be more active again. And it's also summer, so there will be a lot of activities during summer. It's just crazy. We can have a look on Bitcoin right now. We can go over trades we had, the trading of today, and trading which is awaiting us, like which zones are very interesting for us. There will be a lot of key informations in this video, so enjoy. I would like to start with this post here. On 1st of June, I gave you area I want to trade. I said if we lose 30k area and get acceptance into our previous range, this is strong support area I want to trade starting 29,400 to 29,200 for nice day trade bounce. A lot of confluence there, also scalp area in front of it at 29,700. The key, if you are in any group in the world and you trade with people, make sure to know, only real trader if trader give you zone before you reach it, and it's like that these are areas I want to trade, so I am giving you it before it happens. This is important clue because anyone can do post trading analysis, yes, but if you get this, this is what it's like the best. So why I was like, look at here. We were just here with Bitcoin, and I said if you lose 30k area, we will go very very fast and down. Why? Do you see this pump here? We didn't build any real support. We call it in our group, maybe it's just a general term, cloud castles. Yeah, you don't build any volume support, so you can, as fast as you pumped it, you can go down. It is happening more often now because we have bear market and people are getting excited. Yeah, Bitcoin is pretty cheap. Yeah, it's 60% down from all-time high, but people are getting excited when we started to get move, and a lot of FOMO is happening as well. So people jump in, like crazy, while stock market, while spot market is not so interested in Bitcoin at the moment. So it's more like range bound environment, hunting for the liquidity. So people getting excited. Look here, we pump, we go down, we pump, we go down. So we are just really choppy on bigger time frames, but these percentual moves are really crazy, so you can make a lot of money on this. Trading range is most profitable, especially even on bear market you can make a lot of money. So there was no real support here. We had small high volume node, but it was only very local one. Look at these single prints, huge single prints combined with major liquidity. Is it not perfect recipe to just grab the liquidity and stop out people and liquidate them? Sure it is, yeah. And in the group I give you big box where I want to look for trades. So this was the box given. Let's have a look on chart. Need to turn on history. And here we are, trade area. So we started to feel inefficiencies under us. Also, if you want to see very clearly if you have cloud castle or not, you can open the template daily VP overview, and you can see it's pretty easy to spot. Look here, before we had big pump, but the volume was only in the middle, so there was no legs support for this. In the end we filled it. Yeah, we again did good pump, their volume was there, positive delta, all fine, but all volume gathered here and there was no support below us. So again today we had same thing like here. It was just cloud castle. I have no real volume support below, and you really stop where is volume and make liquidity and trap traders. So let's return to the trade which was given to you. These trades are really profitable, because these bounces are really violent. I'm showing it to you from chart where I have most things turned on, but that's I will show you also the cleaner charts. But I believe that's my system. I want to see everything at once so I do not miss anything. So the trade area for me was very clear. Why? You can see the range here. Very important range here, and it was the big high volume node of that range. You can see it's over here, 13 to 30 May. So you had volume here, Point of control of the range was over here. It was the order block area as well. 1 hour order block was ending here, 1 hour order block was starting here. Previous week block, weekly open area. Now when we hide the box, you see we had first bounce and then second bounce from the box, and today we had another bounce, and we finally rotated fully high volume node. If you have a very big high volume node, it can provide you multiple bounces in a row. You see we filled like middle of the high volume node, then we go like 75% of the high volume node, and in the end we left like last bit of the high volume node, and we bounced easily. And you can see also in this trade box a lot of people. Here are the trapped shorts, yeah, which you can plot from Exocharts. Yeah, I do live streams where I'm doing that, so you can see how I'm doing it. So in this area, you know, people try to escape from this box here. Also a lot of trap liquidity here, weekly naked box. So very, very good region. Like this region is going to the 28,500, 28,600. It will give us even more trades, but we can discuss it later. So this was very nice trade here. You can see super violent reaction. I actually went, you know, I was long. I went to the bed and I woke up in really massive profits. Then after this trade entry, I mean, this was the first take profit. Then we got another bounce here from a swing failure pattern, and then we had this massive pump here, which it was last 40% of trade for me. But you need to remember those can be the most profitable parts of your trade, these last 40%, because the pump was like crazy. How much? Over 8%, yeah. Market structure was nicely up on 1 hour time frame. No lower lows, no lower highs, just continuation up. We finally claimed this view up here. Anchor view ups are super important in this environment. They are like green and red lights for me as well. Okay, so this trade was done here, and now we arrived to this region. So let me show you, because we actually had a short as well from this region, and we took it with the group. Here we are. Those were some key levels I had on my charts. It was not like crazy here. You see, there was no volume built. The only areas of volume was here. We didn't stop here, so your neighboring range from auction market theory is telling you you will be looking for trades in this range because the volume was here. So, and that's what exactly happened. I was actually scalping the area because we had a nice scalp from this market structure here with Val. This was my like first scalp, and then I was taking I remember all these trades because I was taking, so yesterday I was even more scalping. This local swing failure pattern happened here. I took this one as well, but the final main short I was expecting a bit more higher because I was watching this high volume node with the POC of that small range here. I was already searching for entry here, and also we had 0.86. You know, golden zone here is getting less respect. 0.86 is doing better job on more local time frame. So entry I was searching here, and of course we had naked daily here, which is naked dailies, weeklies and monthlies are always very, very powerful trades. We do not get them as often, but if we do get them, they have beautiful reaction. So that was the perfect entry over here. We had volume push. Also, you must combine all the tools. You know, I'm usually showing you a video technical analysis, yeah, but we use hyblock, Tradinglite, trading view, Exocharts, everything together with orderflow, and you can quickly see on our nice template on TRDR. There was massive pressure as we arrived to this region, especially at this top here. The pressure was immense here. A lot of bending and even the yellow bands. You can learn this in our group. What does it mean and so on. But the pressure was there. OBD was really crazy and was how much? Minus 1. Let me tell you exactly. Minus 160. So there was huge selling pressure at this top here. So beautiful entry. Also, we hit 2 take profits. Me personally, I have 40% left. And I woke up to crazy profit so, because this happened during Asia. So within 2-3 days you had like 16 or 20% trades, just 2 big trades, 2 day trades. You can scalp, but you must be good day trader as well, because this is really, really profitable trading at the moment. So we had perfect short with the group. We took it together. Again, anchor VWAPs, you see, when you, like here was the rejection, you go over, so you switch your bias to the upside. And as soon as you lose it, you know, you open the row to the downside. So anchor VWAP, super important pulse. Okay, so that was two beautiful trades we had in the row. And this one was taken live, this one was predicted. Now we can discuss today's trading. Today you arrive to the support again. You even just visually, you don't need even market structures. You can see the price is stable here, yeah, 1, 2, 3 times. Why you need to, you know, you don't need to expect like it breaks, yeah. It is support until it's lost. It was not lost here. Let's have a look on current price action here. What was I mean, you always need to place even if you are sleeping. Yeah, that was my mistake yesterday. I forgot to place because I was actually not expecting we will fall so fast, like within few hours back to these lows. But I usually have alerts under the lows. But if you have alert close to this low, you had swing failure pattern entry over here. So you have the most easiest trade, because swing failure patterns are one of the most easiest trades you can actually take. So you had swing failure pattern entry, but you needed really tight stop loss, and also you can even use wider stop loss here because this area is strong, yeah, protecting your entry anyway. So swing failure pattern entry happened here. You had local market structure, so you know you are dropping into local market structure. Also, you had this high volume node here coming from this range from 13th of May to 30th of May. So you are within the high volume node. It was already traded. Of course, it was already traded. But you can still keep it on a chart because it is still powerful, and the volume is there. Just need to use less highlight for that. And you can see we finally went into the order flow support region. We had naked 50 million short. So those people were shorting heavily and they never get a chance to escape. So naked order flow support or resistance is the most powerful zone you can get for like expected bounce. So very good region here, beautiful entry. And you know what happened as we went down so fast? Yes, we do not have as much resistance on the way to the upside. Yeah, the next real resistance just from local liquidity is this range up here, neighboring range, and you have a lot of inefficiencies on the way up, so you can easily feel them. Yeah, and that's what market is doing. We are just trading beautiful range here, and Bitcoin is super technical. You don't need to overcomplicate here. And you definitely hit take profit 2 at the moment. You had take profit 1. You even had short here. There was not so much trading because I was charting, but you see this point of control of the really neighboring range was giving you a nice rejection inside the high volume node here. And also the big T-poke is here, not just local range, but you had a confluence from 10 to 30 May from TPO as well. So very nice here. But in the end, you did Quasimodo here into the golden zone. Lower high, lower low, higher low. Now you change market structure here, so market can actually continue up and fill all these inefficiencies. So you should be comfortable in the long after 2 take profits, another take profit definitely after filling single prints, and we open hit and you are enjoying move to the upside. So absolutely crazy and easy trade today as well from this region. Okay, let me turn on things. We will go over. This is how chart look like for the current range where I plotted everything what I need. You can see we already filled the next single prints, the closest single prints we have, and then we will have more single prints above us here waiting. These are really substantial. There can be a nice scalp short here when we fill these big single prints into the market structure and 0.5 VIP in market structure daily, because this market structure daily is pretty important. We'll go over that. You can have nice scalp here, but you know you have not so much real resistance, so you'll be more looking for another quick rotation to the upside than order blocks. And this range also, we will be waiting for you. Easy scalps will be given from these even day trades probably. Like we can continue, we create a channel here so we can continue to the downside. And if we go to the downside, we can discuss it a bit later. Now let me go over just all folders I have here, so I can show you how everything is making sense, what we are currently using. These are current market structures for us. This market structure is for me the strongest market structure in this current range here. So many retests, you can see it's holding pretty well third time in the row, especially in these last moves. So very, very strong market structure. If you lose that, it will open, grow to the downside, of course. And this market structure is also very strong. You see I have different color for this, so two very strong market structures. We'll be watching if you really stop in this market structure, and we will continue filling inefficiencies. These are the most important local ranges for you. If you have them marked, the trading is already becoming easier for you because you are using auction market theory on your side. And there you don't need, it's making, you can actually predict market with the auction market theory. So these are most important ranges. You see, we got finally over this POG of this range and val, we got acceptance over here. So market is actually filling the most neighboring range. And the target for the day traders is gonna be definitely the top, the VAH of that range here. Good take profit will be here, another one. And then you have this pretty significant range here, yeah. Which you can see this high volume now is holding us third time in the row with point of control. This was like basic ingredients for longs in this area, yeah. It's just amazing, because you trade here a lot of time, but this range is absolutely critical for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is holding it like a boss. Maybe this time we will not bounce as much, and because you can bounce, each bounce from support or resistance is getting it weaker. So you can actually break it later, and you break it is gonna create substantial move to the downside, especially if you lose more levels below us. Anyway, if you lose this low, I will go over this at the end of the video, and I'll be focusing on future trades I want to take. Even here, you cannot even struggle, yeah. Even here, you had this neighbor range here at the top with main volume. You see we were rejecting the val, and now we finally arrived to the POC and high volume node region and rejection. So you did another scenario from auction market theory. Even if you went over this, you had the VAH over there waiting for you as well with another level. So, but that never happened. And we are prepared for the downside, yeah, with the ranges. These are only local ones marked, and we will be prepared on the downside, and we are prepared for the upside. Small range, small range. I plan to take trades in these areas as well, but the main range area is gonna be here. This is our swing area short with massive volumes in it, yeah. This area is actually the most transacted Bitcoin node in the history, so do not expect this will be cleared easily. It's it's not it's super unlikely we will clear this region fast. There will be some scalp shorts, day trades, swings even. If we actually do something like this, if we go over this with massive strength, then it's yeah, then it will be interesting and big sign of strength, but it's less likely. Video trading, you always need to do high volume nodes. By the way, everything I'm showing I'm doing live on a charting stream, so you can learn it. This was important even for today for the Bitcoin. You see we finally claimed this high volume node of this big range here, so sign of strength again. Now you'll be looking if we actually hold this as support, this high volume node here from this neighboring range. Because it already gave us short, yeah. So some people escaped, some people shorted, but now it should become support, and this one. So you see we have some naked liquidity here, and on the top as well as, and to the upside we are ready. A lot of nice zones. This one is very strong at 36k, and to the downside these two zones here and this one. We can quickly show ourselves order blocks, maybe 1 hour and 30 minute ones. Always bear in mind, if you are trading order blocks, the strongest order blocks are always on outside edges of the range or pivotal highs and lows. Yeah, so you can scalp these inner order blocks as well, especially when you see such a big reaction analyze here. But for example, this is not strong order block because this one is like in the middle of the range, and it's not pivotal high or low, not extreme of the range. So you see the reaction was not even there. But as you're approaching lower and lower to the range, the order block is getting better and better for you. You see, this is actually great order block. So we had another at our short yesterday. We had another confluence here, and not just that. Like this area, this whole area here is massive order block area. 4-hour order block, 1-day order block. So you are in order block area. So you of course look for shorts. You cannot long here, and you can bet some people went long here. You can see them on hyblock. So nice order blocks waiting over here. And this one, look at this one. This one was perfect. The after market structure change, you just got beautiful weekend and big bounce, and then you created another order block from this one, and you still have something over your left. You bounce. So always practice and check your order blocks from from chart and from the history, which are good. 30-minute order blocks. A lot more 30-minute order blocks are like inside the range. These were really good because we were creating we didn't like went over this range here, but when we did that, you see 1 hour the blocks are definitely working a bit better. The higher time frame order block, the better. Yeah, you see another confluence for our short yesterday. 4-hour order block was there. And lastly, 1-day order block is still, I think, is still there, and yes, gave us first trade, and then we have the midline and the end of the order block for another trade potential. And you see, we are pushing. We said with the Bram today we will fill inefficiencies, and we way to the upside is pretty easy for the Bitcoin now, especially after move like this. Anchor VWAPs. So yes, anchor VWAPs are super important. Even though if you are scalping, you need to use them. As soon as you place pivotal low and high, it's time for anchor VWAP. And for the range as well, you need range anchor VWAP as well. Look at here. Even if you started trading from this low here, this range, first touch, area touch, another touch. It started to be choppy, so it was collecting more volume. So in this area, more careful and you look for other levels. But in the end, we broke out, and anchor VWAP was holding you again. So very, very useful tool, anchor VWAP on local trading and on bigger time frame trading as well. You can see which are the important anchor VWAPs at the moment. I can show you. So we definitely need this one from the pivotal low. It's like really bulls need to stay above this one at least. This is like green light for the more upside. Yeah, this one is super important. And then we have the very important one from the recent pivotal high. And again, it's important to claim it, for the further upside here. This one is even more important. Those are just local ones. Yeah, of course, then we have the medium time frame and high time frame. And now we will be watching from this top here, anchor VWAP is coming at this place here. If you get nice reaction and if you have more confluence there. Let's have a look on dailies. In this beautiful range. For the past 2 weeks, I do not even count how many trades like we had from the naked dailies. and market structures ones, but especially naked dailies. You can see we have naked daily over here, and this one was almost touched. This was another confluence for our trade yesterday, but it was not touched on Bybit, so I'm keeping it as semi-naked daily. And there was front run, so I'll be watching, and potential naked dailies will be created today probably. And of course I'm watching this market structure daily here. The most immediate market structure daily is important for you. It's like giving you bias, and I want to, you want to claim this market structure definitely for the more upside, yes. So that's why I'm watching it. And then we have the super long term from summer and January 2021. These I watch, like if you start to really claim them on a daily time frame, and we start to build structures out of them, yeah, it will tell me we are returning back into this range, into this massive range we have for the past 17 or 18 months. So you combine things, so that these two market structure dailies are not for scalping, they are more for my bias. Yes, and there is not so much, like it's not clear. There is some small uptrend on a daily time frame, but this also, you can see it's like range bound, and you wanted to really take out this high here and continue, yeah, because you have like you see the structure is not looking bad. It's like very minor uptrend, but we need to really hold this low and take out this one for continuation. So from this point it's not looking bad from daily time frame, but weekly time frame is, I think, still looking pretty sad. Yes. Now again, these two market structures weeklies, they actually offered you really nice trades, yes, because they were broken and untouched. So they are not naked, but definitely they were broken on the way to the downside, and market is now rejecting. It's just a super nice confluence for you. And when we start to close above these market structures weeklies, there is very high chance you will open road where you will open road to the next market structure weekly, which is at 37,754. Yes, that will be the pretty logical place to go. Also, you can watch this one as well. This one is better because this one is like the most immediate, but you will be watching this one as well. So this region here, you can see even on a smaller time frame, we had nice reactions from them. Yeah, here you had a lot of backtests into them, and again backtests into the area. It is clear resistance area thanks to the market structures weeklies as well, not just more confluence we have there. And this market structure weekly is pretty important line in the sand, because when we close below on weekly time frame, we will open road to the further downside. So bulls are really trying to protect regions which are important for them, definitely. Monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, you can clearly see this is downtrend. There is no sign of strength yet. So even if you think you have, you are doing some bounces, for now it was pretty weak. This monthly candle is bearish because it was the lowest close since February 2021. You see we had wicks here, but we closed lower, and we are now trading even in these wicks. So this is very much like, this is bearish. What you need to do now is truly start to pushing higher and start to close. You know these rules for the candles, of course. The best you can do, the best bulls can do, is actually start to push and engulf this candle, so close at least, like eat most of the body of this candle, yeah. And the strongest close you can get when you close above high of this candle, yeah, that's gonna be pretty good for the bulls from the monthly perspective. But it is not happening yet. We are just trading this range, and you don't need to expect breakouts. Like, you can position for yourself, but trade what is in front of you, of course. Naked monthly is super, it's just too far away, this one. And on the way to the upside, we will have 35k and 38,647. Okay, 46.7. Naked box. So these are Easy to understand, there is no problem there. Levels. Of course, as a trader, you watch previous week levels. They have big influence for you as a day trader on a current trading day, trading week. And then you are watching the monthly levels. And monthly levels are very clear because some traders just trade bigger time frames and it is so obvious we are still trading. Where is the most volume of the previous month here? You can see those shorts from the top, yeah, which we took. They hit target at 29,000 area, 29,400. That's why we are also bouncing from that area. It's not because of the, like, of course there is buying, but you have shorts closing in 29,400 to 29,200. For them, it's great take profit because they were taking this range of the previous month here, and another target for them is 28,150. Yes, this will be the val of the previous month val. So you can expect another bounce from the area. At least scalp is very highly likely. So important levels. You see, we are seeing a bit more upside as we are climb weekly open. So always important line in the cent. Not much change to the upside from the market structures. They are waiting for us as we will be going up. Each market structure should provide at least one trade or just range because they are good ones, especially the strongest one here. As a trader, you always need to run via ranges folder where you have all important ranges Bitcoin ever had. Yes, so you can clearly see what is happening from auction market theory. Are you doing good job with claiming levels and returning back to some important ranges, or you are doing bad job? So what is Bitcoin currently doing? Bitcoin is currently doing pretty bad job because we were unable to return to the summer range here, which is starting. The val is at 32,292. So we failed claim of the region, and even if we return, we have the point of control and a high volume node of that range. This one, yes, and then this is really massive volume node here as well. So there will be range most likely or rejection first, yes. So Bitcoin needs to do a lot of work and show a lot of power to actually go up. And for now, it's bear market, and you are taking these opportunities to build nice shorts. If you go like really up, and if not, you are trading the range, buying extremes of the range as well. So beautiful trading. So from this perspective, Bitcoin is not doing a great job. It's just ranging, and the first sign of strength is gonna be definitely a claim back to the summer range. If we do that, we can actually go and zoom out, and we can see we can return back to the 35 to 36 area as a next resistance from this range here. And if we claim this region, there was no range over this region, so you have a void. You will be looking to retest these ranges here for the swing short. For rejection, these ranges are super tasty for us in the future. So most transacted Bitcoin node in the history. So we even said when we break out of this region, no matter the direction, it's gonna become big node for the future trades, because these people are longing here as well, and they will try to get out. We know this is important range from 13 to 30 May. Yes, this one, there was a lot of trading activity, but right now, as you had, let me show, yes, this one. As you had these peaks here, these two peaks out of this range, you can actually start merging from this candle here and pull full range. So this is giving even better view, and you can see it's the VAC over here. So now we have more important VWACs and VWALs at our chart. These two are super important for me, and these two as well. They should be really take profit. This one and this one. High volume nodes for medium time frames. Here we have all the important volume which was already traded or will be traded. This is what I was showing you from the previous folder. So this summer range main high volume node, I will be looking to trade it. And if I do not see the order flow and reaction, then I will be looking for higher, of course. But this one is the main hurdle for the Bitcoin. If we take out this low, and there will be no swing failure pattern. And also this is massive high volume node. So you can expect the range here, yes, at least, or rejection. And the naked volume is waiting for us as we move to the downside. Not much volume here built, so we can actually go through it pretty fast. Even with low volume nodes as well. The accelerating moves to the upside or downside usually. Main TPO range, so we were showing, you know, on TradingView you can see the volume-based ranges, but you also want TPO. Sometimes it's a bit different levels, so you are not surprised when you actually like do not stop at the volume val or volume VAH, but you have the TPO ready, so you know it's no problem. Okay, so these levels are important as well. Now I prepared liquidity. Liquidity you are taking from, you can use free tool, which is on TradingView, or you can use hyblock, but free tool is not so good because they cannot know how much was the volume inside from here. It's not so precise, but hyblock is actually the master. You are getting liquidity from here because when you grab liquidity, it's usually end of the move at least on local level and you get scalp at least. This is really liquidity driven market, so you better pay attention where is the liquidity. It's a major confluence for when I'm trading. I'm taking when I have levels and we grab liquidity, is I'm expecting bounces, you know. So liquidity is ready. This one is super juicy above this high here. Swing failure patterns, we know what they are ready. As we said, we have inefficiencies to the upside, so Bitcoin is now feeling inefficiencies. This one was done, now we can be deleted, and now we are heading for the another one. You have only two options on single prints. You either bounce from the start of the single prints because you trapped so many people with such a violent move, or you start feeling them, and when you start feeling them, it's most of the time if you feel all of them. Well done. Of course, Fibonacci's are part of my trading. Yes, they are still very important. Recently, you may be noticed we are getting less respects from the golden zones, especially more local ones, and we get good reactions from 0.86, but that's fine. You adjust your trading strategy when something is working a bit less. Let me hide this one. Just want to show you, yes, because you have now multiple pulls, like I have pull from this high here, but also we need, this is pretty significant pivotal high, so we need pull from this one. You can see when 0.382 was stopping us. I just wanted to show you this. This is also very good pull. Proof to be, the world is watching that. And then of course you need this. This is really major pull for you from 48k. You can even see the 0.236 was queuing it right before. Look at here, there was so much up. You know the asset is very weak. It's more. This is valid for most assets in the world. When you actually do move, and you're unable to breach 0.236, it's like ultimate weakness for any asset in the world. That was like very likely we could actually continue if we do not like breach this, and we are still under, like trading under. This is not sign of power, yeah. And 0.38 is gonna be waiting for you as trend continuation to the downside. Yes, so Bitcoin is still pretty weak. We see a lot of evidence for this with other tools, and Fibonacci is telling you the same. Order block are ready for the downside and for the upside. That's okay. We know about them. not much to talk about here. We can again discuss this because this is probably the most important thing you need to master with Exocharts. You truly need to mark where are the traders trapped. It doesn't matter, they are usually, even if they moved, like for example you trapped shorts here, yeah, the move happened here, so most of them probably got dragged on the move. But you don't, a lot of traders actually waiting out in position, so you usually get these bounces from these traders. And even if they are, most of them are not there anymore, market believe they are. So it is take profit area and market looks to buy. And the more traders you have there, the better chances of the bounce or rejection. How to prove it? You know, it is pretty simple. Like I have with zones I plot, I have very high win rate, over 85%. If they are with good confluence, with additional confluence. So I'm building orderflow archive, yes, to prove this. And you can see so many trades. When I plotted things, it worked out, at least for scalp, yes. So look at here, this was very recent. And this was pretty crazy, yeah? Like you had so many naked longs, like they were longing the wick here. So it is very likely you don't do actually swing failure pattern, but you start reject. And we only kiss them, so there is even, like there is also a chance we still get swing failure pattern from this high here, just thanks to this. You see this was part of the trade today, the zone was run. And that this also happened before, so you better pay attention. And even if you don't know how to do it, you can learn it in our group, or you can, you know, I do charting for all highest rank members. They can access these and you can enjoy moves, because this is super important. Look here, you have 35 million here, and look at the reaction. Yeah, that was a very big area. Also, what I mark for myself, if there is some special zone where you have so many people doing breakouts. So in this case, I was not looking for trapped shorts here, but here was unexpectedly high number of people longing the breakout here. 38 million longs arrived on Bybit from this little zone here. So what does it mean? It does mean, first of all, you expect, if there were some imbalances, you know, and stacked imbalances especially, you expect scalp, which happened from this candle. But if you lose this area, you trap so many people, it will actually accelerate, move to the downside. So you can use order flow both ways, yes, if it's mark breakout traders as well, if it's like really high volume. Just crazy. And look at this, yeah, they got wrecked. So you can do journaling, of course. I did journaling before I was not a profitable trader and when I was improving strategy, but you can also do for yourself visual journaling, yeah, especially when you are testing something or you want to prove it works nicely. So order flow archive is doing its job right now. So for order flow support, we can see we have a lot of zones still left. But we can see from order flow there is not so much resistance for us to the upside. Yes, the real resistance is starting to be in this small range here. That's it, you know, and small number of traders here. And below us is still another zone, and more zones, and to the upside as well. You can see the 35,900 to 35,600. 36,300 is gonna be a very strong zone, just thanks to the trap traders here and big volume. A lot of retail went long here, so you can expect reaction as well here. And another big zone, so just crazy. We are ready both directions. CME gaps, you know, of course we trade CME gaps. The best trade from CME gap is always when we close CME gap, because inefficiency was closed, and if you have more confluence there, you get very high likely trade after close. Now we have CME gap below and above us. We will be watching. Pivots are ready. Let's have a look what our extensions doing. Probably not much because we are still in the range. Just from extensions, we have target still above us. We'll see if we reach it. This extension hit target, and for final target is at 23,500. Not changed. I'm already watching this range here, where are the targets, and the first target is gonna be 23,262 just from this small range here. And you can see even the bulls, even as we created first extension, trend-based Fibonacci extension to the upside, bulls hit their first target at golden zone here. See the move here. Yes, change of market structure, but into the golden zone. So it's very powerful both directions. 1-to-1 extension target for this current uptrend, if we actually breach this high and continue to the upside, is gonna be 0.86 here, and then 1-to-1 at 34,155, which is the most important one here. So you can expect reaction, and just from taking profit, there will be some probably scalp, and maybe even range. Here I run the medium time frame anchor view ups from various points, so each one is important. This green one gave us 1, 2, 3 rejections, so this green one I'll be watching like a hawk at 33,855. And you can see Bitcoin is showing a weakness for now because it's under most anchor view ups in recent history. Yes, it's trading below, so this is definitely not bull market. Yeah, when you claim some of them, okay, we can have a discussion, but not yet. Higher time frame VA range is useful for auction market theory trading, and also so you will never be in conflict with the higher time frame traders. We can see what is Bitcoin doing. As we discussed before, unable to claim summer range, but even the bigger ranges, this range is super huge. This range is actually coming from 30th of December till present. So I'm watching this range because this is current current activity on Bitcoin for the past 18 months. And the VWAL of that range is currently at 28,914, so we are holding that for now. So you cannot expect a scalp from this. Yeah, you must watch it from big time frames if you're holding it or not. You can see that on 4-hour time frame. Yeah, we are trying to hold it pretty much, and also from daily time frame it was looking even better, I think. Yes, it's like really big. It's big region. Yeah, it cannot be scalped. So for swing traders, it's very clear they need to claim also this VWAL here, and then summer range, and so on, continue up. And to the upside, we are still waiting for a major, this was the major 5-month range before, so these big high volume nodes will be they are clear resistance. Yes, this one and this one, very clear. So this VWAL here. And here we have the ultra, like very long anchor view ups, very long term. This one is very important for you, coming from Corona low, currently at 41,632. I would say this yellow anchor view up is for you like the big line in the sand for the bull or bear market. Yes, when you claim it, you will open doors to the upside, to really true big upside. And while you trade the below and it's our resistance and it start to curve, it is bear market. Because it is measuring current uptrend. Yes, this is what is measuring our bull market. So this is the most important anchor view up in my eyes. Yes. And the second most important anchor view up for you is the from 69k top. This is currently measuring our bear market. Yes, move, our downtrend or big downtrend or a big time frame. So they are important. When they actually align together, maybe in future, then they might give just alone big short. Yes, if you do not claim them. So I watch them. And this one is also pretty interesting, but it's not so precise. It was not giving as much reaction, but this I will be monitoring this one. This is from 2019 top. This is like more for bias. Yes. Market structure long terms, I'm just showing them. They are not changing much. Of course, they are not changing much because they have huge history behind them. But we can see, even if you are trading right now, this small range here, you ask yourself why we actually range here, why we range. So this is why we range, because we have long-term market structure support and resistance here. They created us this range here. Yeah. And even as we are falling, you can see how we are holding us. And this one is highlighted with red borders. So this one is super strong. This one is super strong, and that's why it is offering us great support from higher time frames. And this one is coming. Let's have a look on it from daily time frame. Yeah, it's very old. This one is from 5th of January 2021. And you can see, even if you take trades here, because some people just swing trade and they don't have time for lower time frames, this market structure is good take profit for you. And it's super important to claim for the more upside. So you just combine all things I'm showing you and everything will be clear for you. Trend lines are secondary confluence. They are definitely not major confluence, but we have only few I have on my chart. This one here, return back to it, I will view as bullish. And then we have these declining ones. This one is the most important one. It will be retested in the future for third test, which can give beautiful trade if you get more confluence around it. Just watching my channels. Yeah, this one. This one was pretty important. Channel losing it, accelerated move to the downside. Maybe one day we will return back to this channel. This will be also viewed as bullish 40k at the moment. All channels, they have power. Yes, they have geometrical power. It's secondary confluence, but you can see that midline. This was the most recent channel. It was a bit lost, and now maybe price will reclaim it because we are ranging, so it's really hard to make new channel like all the time adjusting here. And bears have this one, it's just pretty small one. Do not even want to give much time for the channels. They're not so important, you know. So bulls created first bullish pitchfork after a long time, but you can see as we arrived to the 0.5, 0.38 region, rejection, midline was retested, but then it lost. I was pointing out this midline is pretty important, and there was bounce, but in the end we lost it and buy. 0.86 was helping us, then the very close to the boundaries of the pitchfork, and it was lost. So this pitchfork was lost, but you can turn on extension and you can it will show you we just went into the extension. 0.32, I think it was 136, yes, pretty close. Fib fans, again secondary confluence. All geometry confluence is secondary confluence. They will never be as strong as what we went over before. Well, this speed fan I'm watching is a pretty important one from 69k, and we can see 0.236 rejecting us twice for now. Next I'll be watching, of course, 0.382. They have power on for swing traders, yes, and more long term, and they are not so precise most of the time. It's like regional, but you see, good speed fans can provide you and help you to enter, especially on big volatility and on this move here. Yeah, 0.66 with 0.75 aligned together, and boom. More higher time frame extension targets are waiting for us at 24,382. Okay, so I went over some of my folders. That's what I wanted to show you. And current price action, let's have a look. You see, as I said you during this video, the people will be taking profit. Look for short at these VWAP here and also these 13 of 30 May and this one as well. They are both important, and you can see already small. Oops. Need to reload. So already small rejection, because you see that you started to like you just kissed the single prints, but you're not feeling them. So some scalpers already took this trade here and take profit. How much was the move? Just little move for now. So on the way to the downside, if we start to change market structure, I will be looking to re-enter in somewhere in this region. If I see good order flow, I think we will have some local fibs here and so on. Just very like locally for swing for scalp trade. And if we continue lower, then we are ready for the lower, because we still have, in my eyes, 28,600 to 20 to current low to 29,100 is still area where I expect 2-3 trades. Yes, at least. This less likely we just dive through this. It's still a lot of things here. There was front run of this daily naked pog and weekly naked pog, but we can actually do swing failure pattern of this low into it and then bounce. These people some escape, but it still can have some juice left, and if not, we can go a bit lower, and then we have another trapped region of traders. I will be also watching if we go to CME gap and start filling the gap or no. This will influence my decision, because if we start filling CME gap, I might be waiting for this high volume node here. And also this box here, it contains 3 naked pog regions from a smaller time frame, from session naked pogs. So I'll be looking to trades here, and ideally big swing failure pattern and a quick rejection. You always want to happen too fast, not slow. And if not, I mean, this is expected area for trade, and then another trade idea is, and don't forget about liquidity, yeah? So we can actually, oops. I also want to see if we run this major liquidity node, so into this high volume node here. So another scalp potential is over here. Also VWAP here, double VWAP area. I'll be looking for another trade here, and another trade area for me is this big market structure zone here. 0.5 FIP, close of the CME gap into the TVAL of the main big range and this region here. Yes, I'll be looking to trade this one, and also naked daily we have here. So naked daily actually can be used as your stop loss in case you will be entering here, or you will be just waiting. If he's like really ignore some levels and we go for the naked daily, then we can enter naked daily if we see good reaction. So this area, very nice area for 2-3 trades at least. I'll be watching that. And for the upside, now we are rotating and filling inefficiencies. I would like to see inefficiencies filled. First area where I will have alerts is this one, into the market structure top here, and TVAL. So this is, I need to just change the letters because this is VAH. So TVAL, yeah, this is the TVAL into this area of VAH. And if we continue higher, then I will be looking to fill these last single prints here. We have golden zone 0.86, but ideally, you know, this range also contains the most volume anyway, because this pump was so quick. So If we like push violently up into this range, you will have nice short from this range here, from the 30-minute order block. Naked daily is here. Session naked POC, so another area you will be looking. So scalp is expected here. This is gonna be probably very easy, and then we have more levels above. We can do swing failure pattern, but we still have the monthly open above us here, which can offer. It can offer fight, quick rejection, or we can actually range for a while on monthly open. It's important level, and the month is still young. Yes, so it's gonna have really important on. It's gonna be very important for the bulls and bears. And we have the rest of the order blocks here, so another trade area for me. And then above us we have the big market structure. I'll be looking to maybe scalp this high volume node. This is really small one with previous Mondvach. Yes, this region very nice potential. And if we finally, if we break this range, Bitcoin still has a lot of hurdles on the way to the upside, so there will be easy scalps and day trades from the areas. You can see massive trap liquidity. In the end, we should really fill this CME gap here. So when we fill the CME gap into this strong high volume node, we can expect another trade. Yeah. And to the downside, I would losing this region with losing this naked daily at 28,580 will open the road to the downside. So I will be looking to trade in this region where we have golden zone and 2 order box, some trap traders, high volume node here. We will run major liquidity node here. Daily naked POC is over here. Pivot weekly support, medium liquidity. So this region I want to trade as well. And ideally, if we get even bigger move than 27,000 with medium swing failure pattern, go take out all this liquidity and then push aggressively up. That's gonna be great, because 27k I wanted to a long time. I still expect reaction there, so I have alerts in this area. And if we go lower, then it's gonna be looking very problematic for Bitcoin, and we can actually resume a downtrend and going after this low, because there is not much. You can see that clearly. There is not much support here on the charts. There is no volume here built, just few trap traders, just medium liquidity here, 0.96. So yeah, maybe even drop to the 0.96 then bounce. But you need to be careful in this region. This can accelerate move to the downside, and you just will be looking Bitcoin. Also, the weakness is coming often from the alts. Yeah, like in today's example, the altcoins were a lot more down, and they just dragged Bitcoin down as well. But it doesn't matter. We are ready for the downside, and for me 23 to 24 region is my major region for big swing to the upside. So because we will feel a lot of extension targets here, a lot of shorts will take profit when we hit here, and we still have decent support here from previous range, 2 market structure. So I like this region as well. So we are ready for the both directions. I'm just showing you day trade view, and all what is prepared, but of course you then take trades as the day develops. Maybe I can do final words on the mix of tools view. So again, TRDR is super useful in our trading. You just know you cannot long here when you see such a violent pressure on the TRDR. You ask me many times what will give me confidence with my trading. So TRDR is one of the confidence tools. Yes, if you traded many times with it, you know. So even if you take the short here, you have clear signals to short here, you know you can be patient, because the selling pressure is there and is huge. It was really over 150 million, and you know, if you are taking and trading with the TRDR, this is huge. Right now we went to the downside. Well, what happened here? TRDR is showing you we have order book support here. We went to the downside. Look at the low. The low had support of, was over 100 million. That was pretty okay, not so bad. But you can see a lot of spot support for the Bitcoin and combined with the aggregation from all exchanges in the world, so very nice supports. Same as here. This is a really nice bear market for now. Trading with TRDR is a lot easier. You can learn TRDR in our group. It's not that hard. When I'm scalping, I'm also using the, of course, Tradinglite, so because TRDR is giving you like overall view, but you can see here more interactions with the walls. Even when I was sleeping during Asia, but it was very evident for me. From order books, there was not much support, and price really had. Order books were empty pretty much, so price had problem. Price had easy time to go down. When we finally reached the bottom, you can see there was a lot of activity. Look at these walls here, a few thousand bitcoins here, just here. They are bidding heavily, so price even was like scared to even go down there. Psychological walls, yeah. Do not need to be real, but you can utilize them for yourself. Easy. Spot as well, you know, spot is important, and you can see on spot very pretty empty order books. Even now we are moving up pretty easy because there's not much up there. It's not much selling interest. 32k something, yeah. But this is what it is, you know. We are trading liquidity hunts, we could say. Also today was crazy because on the move to the downside you actually liquidated. There was 600 million in liquidations, and this is absolutely mind-blowing. Someone big probably exploded, you know. some hedge fund, or not a hedge fund, but some big trader or big player. This is not normal, yeah. It's just crazy, and the move was not so big, so I don't know who blew like that, but it's crazy. So TradingView I'm using heavily. Yeah, you see Coinbase was also pretty empty. Also on futures, at these lows, they started to fill really big positions also. You can see that here. They really exhausted sellers, yeah. Look at this week. So here was filled how much? 600 bitcoins. A lot of, you can see that on volume. So a lot of selling activity was happening, and finally some absorptions. And you can utilize CVD, of course, for you. You see that here. I'm just showing you various tools we use. Spot market. We find the bottom here. The spot market was still heavily selling, but we are ranging, so you are already creating bullish CVD for you. So spot market is important. Even the perpetuals were selling here, yeah, also going down compared to this area, and we were unable to make lower lows. So yeah, the upside is not a surprise anyway. Absorptions happened. They were not happening on the way to the downside, but they happened in this support area, which was marked on our charts. So not a surprise here. We also use hyblock for some things. By the way, this was pretty interesting. Retail is usually wrong on their assessment of the market. And you know, they were really heavily selling in this, because when you go to the history, you can just go to the history. When retail is doing big moves, they are usually wrong and market squeeze them, but they were heavily selling in this range, over 100 million from retail. So they made money. Retail made good money. The major people who messed up in this range were mostly the traders with 100 to 1 million trade size, so medium-sized traders, and a bit of the bigger traders as well. So funny to see the retail grab money. It was clear selling from this range. that's what retail do. You know, the first dip you get, they are buying. The market squeeze them. The first pump you get, they are selling. But yeah. You can see that here, yeah, like heavy selling from retail as we are continuing up, even accelerated selling, and when we finally, this was the final liquidation for many of them, yeah, forced buying here, boom. Just interesting. And you can see in this range the open interest was rising, but the price was not following anymore here. And when we finally, you return back to the previous levels where you were with open interest, so it is also giving you small confluence that you will most likely find the bottom, because you wrecked all these FOMO buyers, which we explained at the start of the video, when they really think we go to 35k and not anymore. So I think that's it from me. I went like over a lot of things, like more general way. If you have questions, just join our group, or you can join the rank and you will get better support. You can learn how to trade with Exocharts, TradingView, TradingLite, TRDR, all these supporting tools and hyblock, and you can become really good trader with our group. So I wish everyone a good trading day, and I see you in the group. Bye bye.